Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's having another good day. So today, I'm going to be talking to you about Jason Aldean's new song, Try That in a New Town. My thoughts on it and what I think has caused a lot of the outrage today. Well, my thoughts on the film video is obviously I support him 100%. It was filmed outside the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee. Obviously, that has a lot of history to it. When the 18-year-old Henry was hung back in the riot back in 1946. So that's causing a lot of outcry, but that's not what the song was about. That's where the film location was for his song, but that song is not racist, and it's not interpreting that he's racist. So I want to put that out there. And secondly, the song itself is Try That in a Small Town. If you watch the film video, I don't know if y'all have seen it yet on YouTube, but he's basically singing a song about, you know, how he grew up in a small town, and basically all those riots, the looting, and the flag burning of the American flag that happened in all those cities. He mentioned Georgia in it, you know, how back then they had those riots and they were just basically destroying their own city in protest. And basically in that video, he was saying that out in the country, where towns like him, where he's from, in small towns, they wouldn't try none of that there. None of that. It's interesting because all this riots and stuff that they're doing in all these cities, they would not dare go to any other countries or counties in America and do any of that mess. The fact that our own country is letting these people get away with it is absurd. I don't know how all these people did all this stuff and got away with a lot of it. It's insane to me and very disrespectful to what America represents. And I hope Jason Aldean doesn't back down, man. I hope he sticks for what he believes in. I know he came out earlier with a post, you know, about how it was labeled a pro-lynching song, which is absolutely misinterpreted, and that is not what it represents. He's basically standing up for where he came from, his roots, and everything that he ever basically had growing up. Everything that he had, you know, he had respect, he had morals, and he was raised the right way. And that's why he's a good country singer now. To true Americans, he's very respected. To the liberal media and to some of these other, as they call, city slickers, they don't respect him, you know, simply because they think he's a racist or because he's a country boy. There's a big misconception that country people are racist. You know, I grew up in both the city and the county, and I can tell you right now, racism comes in all forms, and it's not just white people that are racist. It's not just black people that are racist. Race comes in all colors, and it's true. The statistics prove it. We were all slaves at one time. It wasn't just African Americans that were slaves. And the crazy thing is too is you know, they always want to make this about race. Everything has to be about race with the Democratic Party. I don't understand why. Everything is considered racist to them. And it's like, do they not realize that they're the ones that founded the KKK? Was the Democratic Party? They're the ones that created this. And who abolished it? Who opposed slavery? The Republican Party, Abraham Lincoln. And what happened? They killed him for it. So I think it's crazy how the Democrats are always speaking up about racism and all this stuff. It's like, y'all created this shit. You know, why is it, you know, every American, every patriot, everybody that represents America, why is it they're always considered racist or, you know, pro-America? What's wrong? Since when is it okay to be pro-America against the American people? When is it okay to not respect America? Do you think in these other countries, these third world countries, in other countries, do you think they would be okay with what's going on here if they did that over in other countries? Imagine going over to a third world country and burning their flag, protesting against, you know, their overseas. You protest against the government over there, they kill you. You know, look what happened to that Iranian, you know, wrestler a few years ago. Over there, he was protesting peacefully in Iran, and they killed him for peacefully protesting against the government and what they were representing at the time. He was against it, and he was protesting it, and they killed him for it. We don't have to worry about that here. They don't. I don't agree with that. What they did to him was messed up. What they did to him was messed up. I don't think any protester or rioter should be put to death. But at the same time, I don't think they should be defended either. I don't know how these people are defending them for burning, looting, destroying their cities, and then they want to make the song about lynching. It's like, that has nothing to do with it. That song had nothing to do with him being hung or anything. It had to do with his county, where he grew up from, his small town, and how they don't stand up for that, and how they don't deal with that, how they have respect. That's all it was. So my thoughts on that, like I said, I support Jason Aldean 100%, and I think people need to look at their history, you know, with this song, and, you know, with that whole pro-lynching thing. It's nonsense. It was messed up what they did to Henry back then, but he was also an alleged victim of raping somebody. Whether that's true or not, we don't know, but I don't think it wasn't necessarily they hung him because he was black. They hung him because he was accused of rape. The woman was never ever able to testify or anything, but it's insane, man. I just think they don't need to. I think you need to leave him alone and interpret it the right way and the appropriate way. But if you had any value in this video, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.